Hello, this is Helios. Similar to last time, doing a video on, I guess it was not an alliance raid last time. It kind of felt like it. Now with DR, don't actually know how many people that is, 40 something question mark. Anyway, we're doing Puppet Bunker. I'm going to be checking out how some mechanics work, see how easy they are to respond to or pre-position to. Because me and a friend have different opinions on these things, and it's easier if we have a reference that is, that we can just both look at. I'm going on Red Mage because I haven't done this fight in ages, so let's try to do it properly. That's a really cool hat. What is? How do you get that hat? Wait, that doesn't look right. Person. So yeah, no, not sure. Warport, I think that's PvP. Yeah, I'll probably die at some point because I haven't done this for a while and I was never like super clean, but I don't think there were any particular mechanics I died to. It's just a lot of shit going on and I'm not paying enough attention. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Ooh, we're starting in 15 seconds apparently. Okay. So I guess we'll sprint. First boss reacting to other players popping orbs, be safe from anywhere. Just, I guess. So first boss reacting to other players' orbs and laser placements is what I have written down as things to look for. So this is orb starting. Clanging blow is tank buster question mark. So I normally go a bit to the side. Just, I mean, there's just a lot of space here. Just need to pay attention in case something spawns behind me, but it's pretty whatever. Forceful impact is raid-wide question mark. Okay. We're kind of overgeared for this. Energy assault, that is one of the non-obvious telegraphs I talk about, I believe. Yeah, that. So that's, you actually have to read the name and look where it's facing. Again, not unique to this dungeon, but I think a key part of what makes it more action gamey is the fact you're meant to look at its model and go, oh shit, it's turned into a giant gun and it's facing in this direction. Oh, this thing, so I guess I'll just wait for these to trigger. And, ooh, I can't remember how this works. You can just run for long enough. I lost a little bit of uptime. I could have probably swift cast that. But it was just, like, I had a lot of time to find space, right? Like, once I centrifugal spin, I think that's stand directly in front of behind, but I'm just going to stand ages away. Yeah, that's why, because I was wrong. Yeah, okay, side swipe and centrifugal spin. But I can just stand in space and it doesn't matter. Systematic airstrike. I think this is the actual hard mechanic. So let's see. So I believe you want to stand just behind the inner one. Well, I'm actually going to stand on the boss though, because I have instacast for this. So that's the actual plan. But I would have stood near the center. Oh, he's gone. No, he's just over there. Not drag them out of range. I guess the only problem with that positioning was just that it wasn't where the positioning started. I want to hit a close thing here, but it's a bit awkward. Okay, I'm not going to backflip here. I'm not that crazy. So we're just going to go fairly near the edge. And again, we're kind of just in space, like there's no one particularly near us in any direction. We're losing some melee range cost to do this. But in terms of just like, is it possible to play safe? It definitely is. So that's stand in front. I actually need to respect it this time because I had a melee combo. But yeah, so okay, so in that case, I was standing looking at the wall because the one thing that scares me is just something spawning right next to me, because that's hard to see. Whereas from here, like if it spawns behind me, I can see that with plenty of time. And again, I just don't stand particularly near anyone. And there were, I think the nearest people to me were hit in some of these cases. It just doesn't really matter. Okay, so this time, I believe you're meant to stand here. Oh fuck, they're pulling the boss. Okay, fine, we'll do it on the other side. Yeah, so I think you just go here and follow around like this. And then we raise the UI mage. And now it stops. Oh shit, okay. I don't know when it stops, apparently. But that was doable, I just didn't know the timing. Okay, yeah, so we took 2 vulns while testing our memory. This is energy assault, so I want to be not here. Is that still gonna hit me? No, okay. Should have said cooldown. Yeah, so okay, so apparently it goes round twice, but the theory was sound. You have to follow around the inner circle, and I just, thought it was gonna end, so I stood still and got hit twice. But yeah, that was clearly at least doable with Red Mage. I assume you could do it with maybe 1 instant cast on Summoner, maybe 2. Looks pretty doable though. So you might notice my mechanics are a little bit of a mess, but mostly this is because I'm just focusing on the mechanics. I'm not grading things because the goal here isn't to try and optimize a fight I don't remember for shit, as can be seen by me getting hit by 2 vulns. The goal is to see if there are reasonable methods that aren't particularly high reaction time to deal with things. What do I have Molinet on? Not that. Yeah, okay, that's Molinet. Oops. Can you stop dying so fast? Whatever. So I don't remember which one shoot balls, so I'm just not going to stand directly in front of anything next to me, because, again, the only thing I'm actually scared of is these things spawning on top of me. I'm not... we call it a bullet hell, but this is... I can't play Toho for shit, but, look at how much space I have right here, right? I should never get hit by a bull there. And I definitely wouldn't call that a bullet hell mechanic anyway, at least personally. So that was 2 of the, I think, 4 question mark bullet things in Copied Factory. And yeah, my personal opinion is neither of those were reaction checks. I don't think I was ever standing somewhere where I had to move in even less than a second, and I don't think you can. Even if something has 0.5 seconds reaction time, I don't think that counts as a true reaction check when it's just walk sideways. But I also think there was nothing remotely close there to 0.5 seconds reaction time. There was a time that I almost clipped a cast because I was trying to stand still for 2.5 seconds before moving, but again, I wouldn't call that a reaction check. That's a greed check, to be honest. Okay, next boss, Hobbs camera angle. So I normally mostly look at Hobbs and just turn for mechanics personally. Where's Hobbs? Someone started a timer, but I don't see Hobbs. Nice timer, I guess. I'm just gonna jolt this because I think people are just gonna go. So that's a raid wide, so I guess I should add a lit. So let's see, we have Hobbs camera angles given that does Hobbs move around? Doesn't he just normally always stand here? This is Hobbs, right? Yeah. So that's like fire behind us, so we should probably move. So I turned around because people don't recognize this fight anymore, I guess. Okay, I turned around because I saw him targeting the wall. Like in general, I'm facing him. Oops, I didn't read the macro. Someone else rezzed. Anyway. Intolerance. Is that another raid wide question mark? Anything behind us? Yes, there's this big claw behind us. And then this is... what's this? I don't know what that is. We'll find out soon enough. This is the box. Okay, so we want to stand away from the box. And then, yeah, we just go here. That takes at least like a second to drop after adjusting, I think. Is someone pulling these? I think we're just meant to tank them. Yeah, that's fine. I think that you can grab them all as a tank and involve them, but it doesn't really matter. Wing laser, I can't remember exactly what that is. I think it means I don't get to jump. Yeah, I should have just held the jump. You can hold it for long enough. So I believe you can pass through these, or you can just stand in the center if you're being lazy. That is lazy in terms of doing mechanics rather than lazy in terms of movement. It definitely, at least with the standard way of doing it, definitely has some amount of camera movement going on. I think this is the thing I normally find hardest. Okay, so it's spinning this way, which means I want to go over here. Oh, yeah, okay. Do I need to do the 8? No. Okay. I don't actually remember how this one works, but... So there's a ring. Oh. Oh fuck, I failed my combo. I'm really not playing too well right now. So, okay, so there's a ring, and then there's a really dangerous spinny bit, and then there's a not so dangerous spinny bit, question mark. And it goes around 3 times, so I went in the ring twice. I don't know. Oh, no, right, there's pizza slices, and then there's the ring. And you stand in different places for pizza slices versus ring. Let's do this legit. Okay, was there any follow-up on that? No? But again, I personally have not seen anything yet which I would remotely call a reaction test, or at least, like maybe it was a reaction test day 1, but I don't think it's reaction test now, because, you know, I vaguely remember how this works, and that's enough for me to not have to do anything particularly reactive. Okay, this is just going to be... Okay, I'm going to immunity this one, though, in the interest of not having to pay attention. So again, that could have been a reaction test if you don't just immunity it, but because I immunity it, there's like very few people that I need to look at to see if they're fucking me, I think, and I could tell that no one was. This is box. So we're in the safe spot, but it turns, so we stand on its corner and we're fine. You are not fine, you can get a res. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that definitely doesn't seem to be problematic to me if you instacast it. Maybe, as long as you're looking at it. I don't know, like, if you're watching, or when you're watching that, I'd be interested to hear if you're finding it hard to tell where the box is turning or something, because for me it's very clear where the safe spot is. Like, you just stand on the diagonal corner and it's fine. And there seems, like, I'm pretty sure I could complete a cast and then do it. Like, you possibly can't, like, fully slide cast it, but it, you know, dual cast speed, so wait 2.5 seconds and then you get an instacast, seems totally fine. Okay, what's next? Next is 9S, I think. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so the notes I had there were Hobbs camera angles. Yes, I had to switch camera angles. I've heard that you can do it just facing the wall. That isn't my preference, but I don't see why that wouldn't work. Um, but yeah, I just mostly did a decent amount of camera movement. Oh, whoops. I don't know how to be a player melee, so I got hit by that. Whereas I can do it easily at range. So the tank does not appear to have given my friend troubles. So I have no notes for what to look for on this. Oh, did I just get hit again? Whoops. F. Yeah, I have no idea how you're meant to do this on melee real talk. I mean, the answer could be lose some GCD uptime and not greed, but like I don't know the timings exactly enough or max melee exactly enough for this. So okay, so for this one we have written down the lightspeed slash. So sometimes I do that with Core. We're not going to do that because obviously that's red mage only. We are likely going to sprint it because if it's easy on sprint, then just sprint. It's my claim. I don't see a problem with saying that, and because I don't, like, it's been so long that I'm not confident on what the timings are here. Whereas the last thing I did was in DRR that I'd been doing quite recently, so I was very confident when I said you don't need to sprint that you just don't need to sprint that. So this is just spread them out. Oh. Oh. Okay, so I was standing in the middle. I had already popped sprint, but that was like, what? Oh, he's already dead? Wow, we're over good. I don't know. I think I had like 1.5 to 2 seconds left. I think that wasn't particularly close. So it looked to me that all you needed to do is after you dodge the aerial bombardment, which you do just by walking to the side, and like I actually dodged it slowly because I had the I wanted to cast the spell first. It looked to me like all you need to do is run into the center. And notably, I sprinted for that because I had melee combo up, and I didn't want to lose time on that. And then once I was in the center, like I still had sprint for the lightspeed blade, and I didn't actually know that was lightspeed blade. Like I know that there is an aerial bombardment into lightspeed, but I didn't know it was this, so I wasn't particularly playing around that. What do we have next? Engels, Mark Smash plus ground AoE is dropped under players. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes. The only problem... Oh yeah, I actually do have a problem with Engels. Engels is too fucking tall and that messes with... oops. Yeah, Engels being so tall messes with my preferred method of targeting enemies, which is target nearest enemy, but he doesn't count unless you're reasonably low to the ground, so that's pretty rude. Oh, all mentor. Sorry. I shouldn't mock mentors, but it was pretty funny. So we're gonna have our camera quite low, which is not really my preference, but you know, I prefer to actually be able to use my stuff. I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna stand not near those people. Is this the following thing? No, it's just a single shot? Okay. So again, we don't know what this is. It's been too long, so I'm just gonna not stand near people doing them. Guided missile. I don't see this on anyone. Oh, that's guided missiles. Okay, again. Oh. Okay, let's just not be near them. I can't remember if this follows your original path or if it... No, it does. Okay, it follows where you're standing. Oh. Okay, yeah, so guided missile I think is the hard mechanic in this fight. So that follows where the player is standing, not the original position it was faced off in. I'm pretty sure I've died to that before by not realizing. So that's close, I think, yeah. Okay, so the rule is if he's clapping, it's far safe and close dangerous, and if you can't tell what it's meant to be, then he's hitting far and you should stand close. So this is, yeah, so this is him going in for a clap. And then we're gonna run in. Oh. What alliance am I in? I'm in Alliance B, so I'm meant to be targeting here, I guess. I can't remember if it matters what you do in this phase or not. I think like at some point the boss, someone just kills them, that'll be fine. I mean, we're so overgeared, who gives a shit? Now we're just gonna chill a bit here. So angles reacting to other players dropping ground and follow AoE. So okay, so you saw what I did there. I ended up having to do a reasonably big movement because I dodged to the back, which I probably shouldn't have because that's where people normally go. But I just did like one instacast, like that was a dual cast, I didn't swift or anything, and just did a wide arc around them. So very little precision, and no one was ever behind me because I had gone directly to the back. So it was super low precision, super low awareness, fairly high movement, but not compared to what I could have been, but it didn't matter because it still didn't force me to use any movement tools. I'm not going to jump backwards because I can't remember exactly how this works, and I don't want to get slammed. So like the back is a crusher, I guess. Right, back is crusher, then middle is a crusher. And then I swap to... yeah, and then we figure out what area bombardment is. This is... try not to drop it on team, I guess. Okay, well, lots of circles, apparently. So that's... okay, yeah, so again, I'm fairly near the back, so for me it was pretty easy to tell what's going on. And then there's only one person nearby, and I just ran past them back into the middle. It's pretty chill. So I guess like maybe what's going on is because Red Mage is reasonably mobile. I'm just gonna move out now. That's go to the other side. Because Red Mage is reasonably mobile, I'm just going to space. Like if I'm not sure, I just find somewhere I'm alone and handle it there. So there's one person standing near me with a mark. Okay, they're just gonna drop it on the party. Fuck you, by the way. That's a clap. How much of our team is dead? Oh shit. I guess I'll have to instacast that because I didn't know what his cast was called. Mark's Crush. Okay, let's raise some people. I'm meant to be targeting one of these, I guess so. Don't know what happens if I backflip here. Probably shouldn't figure out. Okay, was there someone still on the ground? I'll find them if so. They're probably fine. Force surface missiles? Is this the guided? Or is this? Okay. So there was a bit unideal, I guess. I think those might be targeted on players, so maybe I shouldn't have been standing. Jesus Christ, team. I shouldn't have been standing in the middle of everyone, but it was still fine. Like, just, you know, you get a decent amount of time. That is stand forwards because I can't tell what it is meant to be. That was a little scary. It wouldn't have killed me anyway, but maybe I shouldn't have backflipped while in his body. It's harder to tell. Should I red mage LB? Sure. I don't know, I think someone beat me. Oh, wait, shit. Ow. I guess I'll take a middle one. Middle forwards. Okay, is anyone still on the ground? No, we seem good. So yeah, I guess this is maybe just if you're having trouble telling what's going on. Maybe, sorry, I wasn't laughing at any of my lovely viewers, or like one or maybe two of them. I was laughing at people running into a dead end. Yeah, so if you're having trouble what's going on here, maybe just find a bit more space, like somewhere you're alone, to minimize the amount of crap going on nearby and how visible things are. Because yeah, it probably wasn't the ideal plan for me to go just to the back of the arena when figuring out these mechanics, but it certainly gave me a good view of what other people were doing, so I could do like reasonably big movements because I was maybe standing where I shouldn't, but also very safe movements because I could see where like the one nearby person who might be scary was. This is flight unit dash and light fast blade. Can people not pull early? Raid wide question mark, raid wide or tank master? Tank master. Oh, that's the raid wide. Maybe it's still addled. I think it was. Nice. Don't stand in front of this. I don't have much to say with people getting hit by that, but anyway. It's I guess a lot of shit. Just find space. I mean, getting hit by one of these is fine, so just spread out a bit. Don't get hit by two. 4 hind cannons, so stat on his side. And then flip here because, you know, that's how FF14 works. So if I recall, the hard part of this is being on the same side as your tank. The mechanic's easy to dodge, but you actually have to follow instead of solving it yourself, because otherwise you might get left behind and not be able to hit anything. It's pretty sad. Where's this laser turret? It is facing off the edge because the tank's good. Nice. But again, like, that was another thing where I would say personally that wasn't much of a reaction test. Like, I just chilled and finished my cast. I think that might have been player targeted, but wasn't a huge deal. Undocks him disappearing, yes, so don't start melee combo. Got it. I was typing out a game, so I wasn't paying attention, but I'm following my team to get here. I mean, I was standing like remotely near the middle, so that was pretty easy. Okay, so this is fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 4 seconds. Okay, I was too busy counting, so I will run for this one. But again, okay, so we've got slow both times, but I mean, like even if we were there, like there was clearly a second or two to do that. Hopefully we'll get another one where we'll get the fast pattern instead of the slow pattern to demonstrate more fully. But yeah, so I moved for the first time for P2 with plenty of time. because I was paying attention, and then I was slow because I wasn't paying attention. Oops, they jumped. That's fine. How did... Oh my god. Team, please. Maybe I shouldn't res them because I need to see the mechanics again. Don't think we'll skip the mechanics. I can probably res. Yes, I really want to see the... Oh, I interrupted. That's sad. So that had a little bit of a situational awareness check where someone ran past me with a tank buster, so I had to... I moved a bit to the side to confirm not being hit by it, but they were being sensible anyway. And I've finished a complete cast. Okay, so I can actually finish. That was like pretty much a fully complete cast, I think. And it was still fine. Isn't one of these tanks meant to explode or something? Oh, that one is. See if I was too far back and get hit by this. No, this is plenty of time too. Okay, no, that was a reasonably short amount of time, but it wasn't a reaction check, right? Like I knew about 5-10 seconds before that it was going to happen. It was just get your ass in gear because you don't have Swift. Cool, we see the overlap. Okay, so P2's here, or 2P's here. Is this actually the right side, or is she just like chilling in the mid? Oh wait, this isn't what I thought it was. Oh, I'm Alliance B, so I am. Let's not stand too near the other one. I don't need to randomly get hit by like some mechanic I'm not paying attention to. Oops. Yeah, like centrifugal spin I think might be a mechanic, so let's be nowhere near that. Okay, we're done. Okay, so can we please not skip this mechanic? That's what I'm looking for. I would like another invuln phase. Said no raider ever, but there you go. Let's tank buster probably into raid wide. So yeah, we don't stand in front of the tank while dodging that. But there was a lot of room. Like I was even kind of dodging in the direction of the tank's blast, but just not far enough, so it's fine. So we're going forwards, then we're going backwards, and then we're standing still. Dual flank cannons. No, we're gonna skip. Don't skip. Fuck. Come on, Invuln, you can do it. You can do it. Nines, no. Nines, fuck. Okay, well, we don't get to see the overlap, but I think, like, specifically in the second dive bombs, it seems pretty clear to me that there's a good second or two if you're standing at the edge between them to just take like 2 steps over. So like I'm not sure if you're trying a different strategy. Byron was saying something about trying to dodge through the blasts, which I don't think works, but you don't need to, like, and you don't need to sprint. Like you can sprint to get to P2 because you're literally taking like 2 steps to dodge the exaflares, so sprint doesn't really help very much. It shaves off maybe 0.1 of a second out of 0.4 seconds. And I mean and in terms of figuring out where to stand, like it's very easy, right? You just stand here and done. So it's really just all about finding P2 and then standing on the edge. And then the actual I mean, it's not a reaction check, right? Like, you see it go past you, you know it's going to go past you for about 4 seconds, and then you go literally like 0.2 seconds of movement to get across. Okay, thank you anyone who was watching. No commands, feels bad.